crib, but the lights out. gets to shine.
Back on deck. We got Cripple3030 on deck. We got my sexy co-host Nicole.
I give a fuck if you pretty
We
or
got
not,
our partner,
bitch. We smoking.
Gutter, Jay Gutter.
We here, baby. We
You know what I'm
here.
saying? We got our guest. We got our guest E-Rex.
What's up? What's up?
Peace, what up, world?
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I met y'all on the video shoot over here on DMX. I mean, DMX. The Matrix in the Matrix Studios, right?
Word.
And actually, you know, I told y'all to come on so you could talk about the video and stuff like
Word.
that. Because the video was hot, you know what I'm saying? So I was like,
Thank you.
damn.
Thank you.
So, you know, tell us about the projects you got going on right now.
What was that sample? That sample's hard.
I tell you, I gotta kill you.
Man.
It's some Spanish. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's definitely something that I've been doing my whole life. I just been digging Spanish samples since like I started.
Because I assume when I pulled up for the show and I heard it, and it felt like I was a little kid again, and my mother was cleaning the house. Literally, I was like, "Oh shit, what's this?"
Word.
Like,
It's caleñas, flores de caleñas. I think it's some Colombian joint. Yeah,
I've definitely heard it, but I can't.
It's
put my
old.
finger
It's
on
old.
it.
You know what I mean? It's probably as old as me.
That's what's up, though. The record is tough. We definitely appreciate the record.
Thank you.
The video came out fire, the different locations.
Exactly.
And definitely using DSN. We would definitely appreciate that. That's a good look for us.
And same for me.
You know what I mean? So we appreciate that. That's what's up. And I was reading the bio. I see you come from a long family. I was like, damn, like, word?
Yeah, I do, man.
Lineage.
I come from a lineage of it, man. You know, shout out to all my legendary uncles. You know, if y'all don't know, fearless for, you know what I'm saying?
You know, because at first you read it, and I'm like, okay, his name is Legacy. He cocky. What the hell you mean Legacy? But then you read the bio.
I get that a lot.
Oh no, shit. He really is. He's coming from a legacy. I
No
get
doubt.
it now.
That's what it is. You know, it's on my shoulders. I'm the third go around. You know what I'm saying? So it's the pressure. Like I get that a lot. Everybody be like legacy, like, you know. And then when they meet me, they're like, "Oh, you mad down to earth?" Like, yo, you know.
You're very humble.
Thank you.
That's
You know,
true,
but
you're very humble.
yeah, the name sounds braggadocious, but then when they find out, they're like, "Oh, I
Well,
get
I
it."
didn't actually get that perception from you, but maybe his perception.
No,
was different.
when I read the name, I'm like Legacy.
Yeah.
I just figured that maybe you had some good bars. You know what I'm saying?
So imagine how it felt, you know, having to be in the footsteps of Tito.
Right. Nah, I read it. I was stressed for you.
Yeah,
alright?
exactly. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Even to now, to this day, you know.
Nah, I mean, you got some big, you know, shoes to fill, but you're doing your thing though. That's what's up.
Yeah, man.
That's
You
what
know,
you
we
can do.
trying, man.
Just
That's
be
all
you.
you could. That's all you could do, you know. And the music felt good. The record felt good. You know, E-Rex. I thank this brother for getting me, you know, to be a part of the project. When he came to me with it, and I like you. When I heard it, I was like, oh my God. You know, it made sense. I was like, I'm on this. You know, and then.
No, I didn't even have to hear anything you were saying to
Right.
fall in love with the record. I was
That's
like,
beautiful,
oh,
man.
Okay.
That's-
But then when you start smelling, I'm like, oh shit, this shit is dope. And then you saw Chris on it, I'm like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah, that was the
That's
icing on
what's
the
up.
cake, right?
Yeah, like that's dope. That's dope. So what are you working on now?
Me, I'm working on a solo project right now. E-Rex, I got another producer. His name's Angel Speed Cologne. You know, and we just trying to, like I said, make that good hip hop. You know, that Bronx hip hop that everybody can remember. You know, without having to really like, you know. I mean, I fucks with the trap music. I could rap like that too, but you know, it's just my preference to do that. I like that soulful, that intricate rap. You know what I'm saying?
That you can understand.
Yeah, I mean, you know, not even with that, you know, I could do the fast and all that, you know, but me, it's more my thing to just do the intricate rap and, you know, that introspective that you could just listen to it and be like, oh, you could take something from it every time, you know?
I like that music that I want to listen to it, and I want to have to press rewind to comprehend everything you said.
That's the joy for me,
Not
like,
because
as
you
a
said
writer.
it too fast, but because maybe it went over my head the first time.
Because that means that there's actual interest. Like people was actually, you know.
I love that. For me, I love when somebody comes up on me and says, yo, you said this, that, and a fourth,
Right.
and you know, and they got it, and I'm like, wow, I didn't really think that you would probably, you know.
They didn't really get it.
Right.
You think they got it.
Right.
But they're like me. We heard it, we played it back.
Right.
We heard it again, played it back. Like, oh shit, I
That's-
got it.
that's
And then
the-
when I meet you, like, yeah, I think I got it.
That's how I was
But
with
I really
music,
get it.
you know. I remember
No,
when
man.
I was young. That's the same thing I did. I rewind the song 100 times, you know.
Well,
Same thing.
that's because we actually wanted to learn the lyrics, not just because we didn't get it.
Yeah, no doubt.
I didn't have rapgenius.com growing up. We had to actually play the tape, rewind it,
For real.
start writing down some of the words, you know,
Because when you
play
had
it
to use
back.
the pencil just to, you know.
But
man.
I also wanted to mention that we was talking about the Conqueror, the video. And I'm saying you actually have 3 parts in there. And I'm
Right.
saying you got Legacy, you got Chris Rivers, and then you got Mikey D.
Right.
I just wanted to make a quick side note thing. Mikey D couldn't make it today,
Absolutely.
but he's gonna be here next week.
Yeah, that's a
You know what
that's a
I'm saying?
fact. Yeah.
And then right after y'all, you know what I'm saying, we got Chris Rivers coming on.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
alright.
So we got the whole team.
Right, right.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
yeah,
man. You know.
yeah, obligations today, so.
Yeah, man, that's my brother though. You know,
Right,
me and
definitely.
Mikey D, we got a real we got a close friendship since I came in. He's one of the people who looked out for me tremendously. You know, he put me in places and introduced me to people that I probably wouldn't have been able to get in the arm's distance of at the time. You know, he's a legend, man, and I just feel that people deserve, he deserves to know that, and people deserve to,
It was
realize
it was
that, man.
Niggas didn't want to battle no more. They'll go up
Yeah,
like,
man.
Michael, I forget it.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna go home.
Exactly.
It is
You
what
know.
He's a living legend.
Right. But I mean, in all due reality, you coming from a family of legends, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? You're the next coming. That's why you call it legacy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I wanna say the same thing like my wife said. Like you extremely humble. When we came on the actual. I remember when we came on the roof where y'all was doing the video shoot. You was like, yo, you welcome. You could come through.
Yeah, man.
And I was like, yo, damn. Maybe that's just one of the team. You know what I'm saying? Just supporting. And then I was like, yo, damn, he's in the video. Like, oh shit.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Usually you don't get that.
But
You know what I'm
he's
saying?
in the video, and they're like, oh shit, it's his song.
Right.
That's exactly what he actually said that to me,
I
and
was like, yo.
I picked up on it, but because I was on the phone, I was dealing with something else. I just stood quiet and I let him do him. Most of the time, I'm the one who networks for him, and I would have been like, oh, da 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 da.
Right.
Like I did before.
Absolutely,
I came to introduce
absolutely. Yeah.
myself. Afterwards, I
Definitely
ran
did.
out from in between commercials, right out to talk to you.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, we like, yo, we got a show to do. She's like, shut up, I'm booking a show. I'm
Yes.
like, all right, my fault.
That's it.
Do your thing.
That's it. It was definitely cool.
Right.
I just felt, I go off vibes, man, and I felt that at the time when y'all came out, hip hop was always like that. I don't ever believe it. At a time, it was, everybody could participate in the jam, but not y'all. It was all inclusive. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted
Those
to
are the
give off
cocky
that.
ones.
I wanted
Those
to
are the
give up.
cocky
Yeah, I
ones.
just wanted to give up that vibe, of the authentic. We were in the Bronx. This is a place anybody who's been here knows there's a lot of hip hop history behind these walls. A lot of legends have come here and a lot of things went on. So it was just I wanted to give that authentic vibe. And like he said, coming from legends, obviously Chris comes from a lineage. I come from a lineage. Mikey D is his own lineage. So it kind of made sense. The Conqueror.
But
You know what I'm
DSN
saying?
is like the new age tunnel.
Absolutely,
Like the
absolutely.
tunnel,
Everybody
you
comes
had
through.
Everybody there, like you
Right,
had X
right,
pull up, Jay,
right.
Ho, and
Right.
everybody was just there. It was nothing. It was light. That's DSN, like
Right.
many a times.
And for a
You walk
long
in
time.
here, like,
And
you
for a
see,
long
oh,
time
shit.
too.
But he said.
Yeah, what he said. No doubt.
Peace.
No doubt.
Nah, but that's what's up, man. It was
And then
definitely a pleasure. Definitely talking to y'all, man. We appreciate
Man,
y'all.
thank
The
you,
record
man.
is
Pleasure
dope.
was mine.
When the album drops, we want you to come back,
Oh, for sure. That's a fact, man. You know that.
But you got any bars for us?
Come on, of course.
We got
You're a rapper, damn
we
it.
got beats,
We
right?
got something.
You wanna do some
Right off the
freestyle?
dome?
Of course. I mean, it could be, what you want.
You can do a freestyle.
Top, yeah. I
Give me
said,
a freestyle. Give me some off the
I
top.
said, hey, yo.
Get him with a beat.
Now he gonna give you a beat. He gonna give
Oh.
you a
I'm
beat.
gonna give you a
All
beat
right.
right now. Kick some bars.
It's only right? We was just talking about P, man. R.I.P. Yeah. Woo. Wow. That's crazy, right? We was just talking about him. Yo. I'm from the barrel they putting the gun in front of. Thinking number one and it's me you step Facts, man. You know? Love, man. Love,
We
man.
can't let you get off without spending.
Nah, that's a fact, man. You know? I mean, I appreciate it. I love it.
You go in with your heart.
I love, yo, man. I love it, man. You know, you can't play games with it. If you're gonna do something, do it. You know? Do it, man. You know?
That's the soul that just starts coming out of you.
I hope you guys ain't rushing nowhere.
Nah,
'Cause I
man,
need
we
y'all
here,
to
man.
Have a seat. We're gonna interview Chris, and then I want to take pictures, politic. You know what I'm saying? Let the people know where they can reach you, where they can get your
Yes.
music out, and everything else.
Well, for me, it's E-Directs everything. E-Directs music with a Z on every platform you can find. If it ain't with the dot, it's without the dot, but it's there.
It's there.
It's there.
Branded.
I got every social media platform, but I'll tell y'all the truth. I'm an addict on Twitter. That's probably where you can find me. LEGAC1. You know what I'm saying?
Your DMs
That's the
about
best
to be
thing.
lit.
Yeah,
I'm
I
an
love
addict on
Twitter, man.
I'm
Hit
always
me.
there. Like,
Yeah, I love
never said that part.
I love Twitter, man. I can't front. I'm the type of dude, you know. I like to argue. I like to talk shit. I like to listen and learn, you know. So,
Donald Trump
word.
made that shit famous again.
Facts.
Yo,
Facts.
Twitter was really dead before Trump.
Every
Facts.
time,
I don't
like,
even
it was
use Twitter.
done.
Yeah, like
We
Yo,
don't either. I
You
don't-
got to you got to get up
I
on
love
it.
Instagram.
Oh, you got to get up on the
See,
Twitter
you
too,
can't
man.
Talk as much shit on Instagram though. On Twitter, you can really talk shit back and forth. Like, you just,
Yeah,
So
you would
when
love
that
it.
video goes to drop, make sure you know, when everything goes together, come back through, you know, so
Oh.
we can promote
Yeah,
it also.
definitely.
Oh, no doubt.
The
No
video,
doubt.
We're gonna play the video right off.
Oh, yeah, we
YouTube
dropped
at
it
the
last
end.
night.
Oh, okay.
At the
okay.
end
We
of the
dropped
show.
it last night. It did real well.
But what we're gonna do is
I watched
I
it.
was humble.
when the
That was
actual
dope.
album and everything
Yeah.
come on, then you definitely welcome. That's another thing. At the bottom of the contract, you know how you got the fine print.
Right, right.
Fine print
Can we
is
do this at the end?
create-
They're gonna stay here.
We create relationships. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no doubt.
So you always got an open door now. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
that's what's up, man. We appreciate that.
Ones. If you got an event, whatever, you can call in. You listen. I got this event coming. Can you plug that in? I plug that in.
Oh, it's lit.
Saying that's unlimited.
That's
Thanks
our
a lot, my
time
brother.
frame, Jay.
Appreciate
Yo,
it,
you heard
man.
what Cripple said? Unlimited.
Unlimited. Definitely.
So every time you got something going on, you can come back through.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. We definitely will.
Thank you.
Now we appreciate y'all, man.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Sitting
down.
Track, the
Thank you,
DeLorean
man.
joint.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, bro.
Nothing?
Yeah, either that or that's a fact.
with DWI, live from the BXNY.
Right.
Yeah.
Back on deck. Back from my break. Got Cripple3030 on deck. Got my sexy co-host Nicole.
Yes,
you got my
sir.
partner straight from the gutter.
Yeah,
Jay Gutter.
baby.
Then you rushing through the whole thing. Go ahead.
And then we got Chris Rivers in the
Yes, it is I. What's
He's
good?
here. He's in the building again.
I am present. We just got off from I guess the other part of the team, which is the video. We had E-Rex up here. We had Legacy. We got Mikey D coming on next week.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I had met you on the site of the videos, whatever.
Facts.
But I've actually been a supporter for a long time.
Yeah.
When I seen you on Facebook, what actually drew me to you was the fact that I remember you saying that on one of your posts or whatever, you was like, yo, yeah, I'm Big Pun's son, but I'm making a name for myself.
Right, it's important.
I'm doing it on my own. And I actually, I liked that a lot. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Because
yeah.
I'm like, yo, damn, you know what I'm saying? He's not trying to live under nobody's shadow. He's
Yeah,
doing what he
yeah.
do.
I want people to know, like, it's not like if my dad was a janitor, I would still want to be a rapper. Like, I'm not doing it because of like he was who he was.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I never want to, because I've been grinding. I barely use his name. Like, I really don't try to. And like, and when I do make it, because I will, I don't want anybody saying like he only did it because his pop. Like, nah,
right.
like I earned this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it happened.
Do you ever feel like you have that to fulfill that legacy that your dad had?
Initially, like in the beginning, like I really felt like pressure because I started rapping right out of high school, so I was like 17. And I was still like in a place like discovering who I was as a person and as an artist, like you know. So I really felt like I need to live up to his expectations. I need to live up to his name and do what people want. But after like I got more comfortable with myself as an artist and a person, and now I'm more focused on creating my own legacy opposed to like he already immortalized himself. Like he is never not gonna be who he is. Like he's already a legend in his own right. Like I can't add anything to him. I can only build my own, and that's what I'm more focused on. So I feel more the pressure to uphold my own standards opposed to living up to his. Yeah.
See, but that's what the people don't realize that. What were you, like 6 when
he
Pun
passed? Yeah,
you
yeah,
were
yeah.
like 6 at that point. So it's like, number one, you were 6 years old. You were still a baby.
Yeah.
You wasn't rapping yet.
Nah.
That's
just,
number one.
Just gifts and
And
sandwiches.
then you see the growth from the mixtapes to this album.
Mm-hmm.
This album from beginning to end, I was telling Cripple, this shit is bananas.
Yo,
Like,
it's my favorite fruit.
like, yo, you don't understand. Like, people of a certain age, like Cardi was here 2 weeks ago. I
Right.
think it was it last week that Cardi came through?
Yeah, Cartier the God. We have
Yeah, shout out to Cartier the God.
Cardi,
Shout out to
the
Cardi.
homie,
He produced like 3-4 records off that joint. Yeah.
Which
It was
I'm-
2 weeks ago.
which is my favorite tracks. I mean, it's a little biased,
Yeah.
but his beats be banging. It is what it is,
they
right?
They knock.
So your
Drums
manager
like
was
no
in the
other.
building.
Right.
He had the copies.
Yeah, I tried
Cop
to
the
steal it from
copies.
him, by the way.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good. That's
no.
a good theft. That's a good theft.
Right? So then when you're listening, it gave me the vibe of an old school album.
Right.
It gives me, you get the skits, you're funny, everything in it is just dope to me personally.
That's amazing. Thank
And
you.
it's like 444 was knocking them the whip
Right.
before this dropped.
Oh, that's. Yeah,
I am older. I'm a lot older than you guys. So it's like, obviously, you know, Hove, it's Hove.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like, if I want to go play golf, I'm going to listen to Hove. You know what I mean?
Facts.
But now, riding in the whip, and I have my son with me, and he's like, give me the song that doesn't give me hype to go to daycare.
Yeah.
It's Chris Rivers.
Yeah, you gotta be hyped before you go. You gotta listen to Chris Rivers before you go.
Yeah,
to
so he's
daycare.
like, yo, I need
Before you
something lit to go to
you gotta bump
daycare.
some DeLorean.
Especially
Yeah.
to daycare, right?
Yeah, like he wants to be hyped for daycare. So you're like, yo, play the DeLorean. I'm like, you
Yeah.
don't even know what DeLorean is.
That's where kids get turned. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, it's the
And,
beat.
and just a note, right? And you're making them blush over there.
Yeah,
Because
building.
it's true.
He's over there blushing.
Turning more red, and he's right there too.
He's like, come on, pop. Nah, but I'm glad you said that because like I definitely wanted that old school vibe mixed with the new school vibe, and that's why it's called DeLorean. It's Back to the Future. It's the future and the past kind of combined in one project. So like I'm glad you picked up on it, especially being a seasoned music listener like yourself. Like that means a lot. Yeah.
Nah, but that joint where you're making fun of mumble rappers and then you start going ham,
Oh yeah.
that shit right there,
Yeah, it's cool.
it's like you don't see that anymore.
Yeah,
and then
no,
the hook is like mumble, something.
Oh yeah, run it. 2050, nothing. You talk about
That-
nothing.
right.
Yeah. With
It
Jared
was like,
Van. He
what?
Yeah. That's the point where I wanted to. Yeah, and the skits before, like it broke it down because like there's nothing really wrong with that sort of music. Like I get it, but I think the big problem is that it's the focal point of hip hop.
Right.
So that if people go right now like, oh, what's hip hop, and they just Google whatever hip hop and they hear the songs out right now, for that to be the representation of what hip hop is, or for the representation of the culture, you know what I'm saying? 1,000 years from now, now and people look back and they listen to music from the 70s, like I said in the skit, they're gonna know what that time was like. If they listen to music right now to try to gauge what we're like, they're gonna be like, these niggas had nothing to say. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to convey
morons.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things. So like I wanted to have that in the hook, but then the verses be jam-packed with like real substance and content that is missing in those sorts of things. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was dope, man. You picking up on all the innuendos.
Yeah, no, I picked it up. I was saying Crip, I was like, nah, like, what the fuck?
It's drinkable. Can I have it?
Yeah, it's water. It's not brown water.
I don't.
It's regular water.
Just making sure. I'm like, this could be vodka. Like,
It could be.
No, it's not.
That happened to me once. I was riding bike, side track. I was riding bike around my grandmother's crib, and I had keys to the crib, so I just walked in, dying of thirst. I'm like, man, hot outside. I reach in the fridge, there's a water bottle like that. I just open it and just squirt. I must have drank like 3 gulps of straight vodka, like Svedka vodka. Like I was like, like everything was on fire. I was like 14 at the time. Like I wasn't even used to. You know what I'm saying? Like it was. So I was
feeling nice though.
Just making sure. No, it was lit. It was lit.
Was that the beginning of something that you need to tell us?
No. I don't really drink. I don't really drink. Yeah. I don't really drink like that.
Yeah, when you were doing your set, you was drinking water that day.
Yeah. I mean, I like water, man. Yeah, it's just, stay hydrated. Yeah. You know what it being drunk.
Sponsors, you heard that? He likes water, y'all.
Fiji.
Yeah. Poland Spring. Fiji.
No. Yeah, Poland Spring got fluoride in it. I'm going for Fiji or cold water. There's no fluoride in there. Let me get that.
Sponsors, that could be you. We could be talking about you.
Facts.
That's why you see, because Cripple is trying to, get us in magazine ads.
Oh, facts.
So we need people like you to take pictures with.
To coordinate it. Yeah. I got it.
So we look official.
Yeah, that's what
like, who the fuck is this nigga? Oh, Chris Rivers.
Perception.
Perception is
so
key.
Should we take all the Poland Spring off now? Just
Major key.
We're going to go with cold water from now on.
Yeah, Fiji. Just put the Fiji wrapper on that.
There you go. Yeah,
you know what's really messed up? Poland Spring could have been looking at us right now and be like, maybe we're... No, fuck them.
That's all right. Blame it on the white girl.
Hey, man. Poland Spring, I still drink you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to endorse the kid, you could endorse the kid, but...
like we're not turning down any coins at all. I mean,
come holler at the boy, Fiji.
This shit ain't free.
For real.
This shit ain't free.
No, brown water too. You know,
brown
some brown water over there. I don't know whose brown water it is.
Ain't nobody sponsoring the brown water.
Yeah, we're black alkaline water, maybe.
I'm mad at the crew that we didn't knock that shit off.
Right on the table,
we could do it now. I have a name, but we'll just leave it there for now.
Yeah, you can. It's cool. It's off camera. Yeah.
Nah, before I get a call from D, like, what the fuck are y'all over there doing?
Yeah, facts.
It wasn't us.
You know he watching. He be driving somewhere watching, like, what the fuck is this idiot doing over there?
He's gonna walk in the room and take the bottle and leave. Watch.
So as you was growing in the hip hop scene,
right?
How did the changes feel? Like, you went from being, I guess, a normal kid going to school.
Right.
And then now you in the spotlight, like the cameras is on you. That.
I tend to cause I go through stuff mentally. Like I have a lot of like boredom issues or like expectation issues, like weird things that like certain things that would matter a lot to other people don't matter as much.
You have boredom issues?
Yeah, I have issues. I get bored really easily. Like
most autistic people do.
Your mind needs to be stimulated constantly.
I need a lot of stimulation, a lot of adrenaline, and then in addition to that, like certain things that would mean a lot to certain people mean probably less to me, because I think like my whole life, like I've never been actually normal, because my father being who he was, people had a perception of me and always treated me weird. You know what I'm saying? So I had to I couldn't grow up normally, and I had to really like at a young age really try to divvy out like who was actually my friend and who was just around me to, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking like I'm like an 8-year-old like trying to be like, yo, you're just a fake person, like, you know what I'm saying? I had to figure all that out. So certain things was always expected. Like I recently, like, I probably like 3 years into me doing music that I actually fall in love with it. When I first started doing it, it was like something that I did love music, but I mostly did it because I felt like I was expected to do it. You know what I'm saying? And like, like not just obligated, but it felt like it was always lined up. Like it was always something I was just supposed to do. And I love it, don't get me wrong, but like I didn't fall in love with it until later on, like into my career, like closer to now. You know what I'm saying? And so like growing up doing that, so I've always been treated weirdly and differently, and like it's just one of those things, and because it was expected, like the things that come with it is expected, so I may be less excited about doing a big show than another person, because it's like, I saw this coming from a mile away, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I am appreciative of it, like 1,000%, and I do get excited here and there, and it's funny, like it'll be smaller things that excite, like the really big shit, be like, okay, cool. But like, it'll be like someone walking up to me like, yo, your music really saved my life. Like, that means the world to me. You know, that personal connection.
That intellectual
conversation. Like, and just that connection with a person, like this is a whole other human being. Like, you know, shows are a little more detached. I like personal crowds though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but growing up and all that stuff, like, but it was a lot of misconceptions. People would think I would be like an asshole, because or like a cocky douche, like, because they thought we grew up rich, but we actually grew up really poor, like homeless, all this stuff. So like, it was always playing off that misconception and you know, being who I was and also like, establishing that, then being recognized. So it was weird, but I think after a while, like, you know, I got my own group of friends, got my own self, and like just got really used to it all, and then kind of, you know, phased out of it. And now it's like, you know, I went from regular guy, like I was cool with a lot of people in school, but I wasn't like the cool guy, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was friends with everyone, but I wasn't like getting mad chicks and throwing money in people's faces, like stuff like. Not that I'm doing that now, but like it's definitely dope to be living this sort of like career that like I could really love and enjoy, and to not just do the same thing every single day. I know y'all know, you know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that.
If you don't like your job, then you have to get a new one. You have to be able to enjoy what you do.
Exactly, because we live in a society that kind of tells you like you need to do this, this, and this, and this, and then die. You know what I'm saying? You need to pay bills and then die. But like I never believed in that. So like, so to actually do something, like I feel blessed and I feel grateful, and like the attention is, you know, it's something. Like I definitely needed to get a car, because riding on the train was like because I got a bicycle first, because riding on a train, like it got to the point where like I could not go a stop without someone running down on me, and it was just like, yo, like, okay, this is happening, like this is cool, this is the problems you want, because it means you're being recognized. So like you learn as you go, but it's definitely cool. Like,
but how hard was it to speak on these things on the album? Because you do mention going through the homelessness, you do mention through going through periods of your time where you wasn't really seeing eye to eye with dad, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, at what point in your musical career do you feel like it was okay to say these things?
I've always, I mean, people, even if you listen to my first project, Wonderland of Misery, like I've always been an open book. Like that's all I wanted to give people. So it's never been hard to really talk about these things. I always, even my name, Chris Rivers, like my real name is Christopher Lee Reels Jr. And Chris Reels, Reels just means rivers in Spanish. You know, so Chris Rivers is still my name. It's just a different, you know, language. It's just a flip. So, but I chose that name because I didn't want a separation of artist and person. You know what I'm saying? Like certain people, like let's say like young Moolah Block Gritty, let's say that's a rapper, like that's not his rap persona is probably not the same as his regular like his friends don't know him as that rapper person on time. Like I am who I am all the time. There's no separation. So because of that, like it's never been something I've been trying to hide. Like I've always been ready and willing to give my story, because I think through my story I've learned a lot and I became a better person. So I want to give that to other people, and the only way to do that is by being honest. Like they're not gonna learn from my experiences if it's not really my experiences.
Right. So being that you wasn't really too in love with the music when you first started, was there a particular track or project that you were like, you know what, I really love this shit?
Yeah, I mean, well, the first project, don't get me wrong, like the first one, Wonderland of Misery, like that was, at that time, I was writing, like, that's what it was. Like, I was writing as a hobby. Like, it was like, it was my outlet. You feel me? Like, it was like if I felt something or if I needed to get something off my chest, I did it musically. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that first, I would say, like, that one, I still go back and listen to it. Like, it's so raw. It's definitely raw, like, the production and the mixing and even, like, there's a lot of rough around the edges, but I love it so much because it was very who I was, cut and clean at that moment, what I was going on in my head, all that stuff. So I loved it. I would say as I went on up until, like, DeLorean doesn't count, but like from that project moving forward, I gradually started losing myself because I got more in tune with political stuff. Like you have to get more involved in a business. You got to do stuff that you don't like. You got to play the game to change the game. And I had all these people telling me do this or do that and pulling me every way until eventually I lost where I was and I lost my voice. And then for a minute there, I was like kind of confused as to what I even want to talk about.
But I hear that so often. Why does that really happen? Is that the management or somebody in the background wants you to not be who you really
it's a collection
are?
It's a collection. It's not that they don't want you to be who you are, but it's like say you have all right, say you're as a normal person, right? This is not about me, but no, I'm saying like but I'm saying without being influenced by anything. Like say you by yourself without being like the influence from the outside forces. You really want to preach, you know what I'm saying? Like drink. Yeah, drink fluoride-free water, drink Fiji. Right. But now Poland Spring comes, and they're like, hey, we want to give you $1 million, endorse Poland Spring. Now, it might go against you inside, but it's like, I need to take this step for this career. And your manager's like, yo, we need this because we don't got this, we need that. And everyone's kind of like, so you get opportunities that come to the table that may not resonate with yourself, but it's a good stepping stone in your career to get to the point where you want to go. You know what I'm saying? So a bunch of little things happen, and then you capitalize off of what comes available. You take the road that's there, and through that road, you start to realize, like, this isn't the path I would have walked if I had a choice to choose between various ones, but it was the only one I had. So because of stuff like that, like, I would say it was a collection of things like learning and being young and still not entirely sure of who I am, and then being influenced in a way that didn't resonate with my true self that I would have become. I think that's where I lost myself along that way.
And your management now, you feel, has your best interest?
No, my management always has my best interest. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're 100%, like, they never not have my best interest, and they always, like, I would say it wasn't even them that did that. You know what I'm saying? It was more so, again, capitalizing off these opportunities and not being sure about who I was while still being pushed and pulled in so many ways.
I think it's more the culture.
Yeah, I didn't take the reins. Yeah, I didn't take the reins in my own life, in my own career. Like I said, I was 17 when I started. I'm 23 now. And it's just like, yeah, like, now that I know myself more as a person, like, reaching out, like, and there was more songs, like, there was songs on the projects that I didn't like personally, that I wouldn't have jumped on unless, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was things like that. And this one, like, DeLorean, like, I just totally was like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna wipe out everyone else's opinions. I'm gonna make music for myself, because I didn't like my other projects. And I liked them, like, songs here and there, but as a whole, I didn't really mess with it, and it didn't sound fun. It sounded aggressive. And what killed me was when I walked up, when I met certain people, and it was like, wow, like, you're totally different than I would have thought you was from your music. And that was like a shot to the heart, because it was like, damn, like, I want to be myself. I want people to know me as myself, but my music is the exact opposite of who I am, because I wasn't rapping from a place of me. Like,
but the other project, you hear it though. It's like,
it
was like
there.
A whole bunch of records just put together.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was. We didn't, it was just a bunch of it. So you might see me in a few of them, then there's other ones that it's just like, okay, I got to fit into this world, I got to do that. Right. But this one was more like, I had a concept, I knew, I was like, yo, I want to make music that I like. Like, if I don't like it, it's not going on this project. I want to make music that my friends like. I want to have a body of work that it has a whole concept. It's not
this is no skip music. I don't skip a track.
Yeah, and that's how I wanted to thank you, and that's how I wanted to feel about it. I feel like my other ones, I would skip mad songs, so I got to
me
skip
too.
mad. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like,
I was proud of this one. I'm like, oh shit, we got one.
So hold on, so you were skipping his other songs before?
Yeah, keeping it a buck, and I appreciate that, because
that's
exactly how I felt. Yeah,
I skipped shit. I did, but
can't get mad at a man doing something I do to myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it was cringy, and now I'm like, yo, I want to make music that I like, and I want to have fun with it. Styles P used to tell me all the time, he's like, yo, like, you're not having fun. Like, why aren't you having fun? Like, and that's what it is. I had fun with this one. The other ones, it wasn't fun. It was just aggressive, and it was like angry, and it was like assertive, and it was like serious. And I'm not an aggressive, serious person. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a fun-loving, happy-go-lucky, like, nerd. Like, that's how I am. And I'm like, yo, let me actually make something that I really mess with. And I think I found my voice back with this one. I'm gonna expand on it. Obviously, I'm constantly growing. I'm nowhere near my pinnacle or my peak, but I think this was like a door opener to me finally really finding myself and putting it out there.
So do you feel like,
in other words,
hold on, before I forget, real quick, I don't want to forget.
God. We gotta let him have his moment.
I told you I need a whole hour with Chris, damn it.
We know.
I made it crystal clear. Fuck y'all. Yeah. Do you feel like this project is the one that's going to take you over that peak for a double XL and kind of certain things to kind of open those doors? Because I feel like you're still underrated.
Yeah, no, definitely. I feel like this one is the one that can do that. Like, I think it will too, because it's I feel that it will, because I'm not at a point in my career with the notoriety that when I drop something, it's like a nuke and everyone's gonna hear. I'm not like Kanye or Beyonce that you could drop a no promo album and it sells millions. Like, I'm not that person. Like, we're gonna give this the right push, and it's been doing good. And the reception's been amazing 1,000% of the time. But it's about pushing it, and I feel. The thing about this project, I feel very happy about it. The body of work is spectacular. I love it. But the thing that we need to do is get people to hear it. It's not a problem of when they hear it, are they going to like it? It's just if they're going to hear it.
Right, but so, if they haven't heard it, they can't like it.
Right, exactly, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I know they will like it if they hear it. So I think this one, as long as it gets into the right ears and the right people, this one will catapult my career forward, because it's going to access a way bigger demographic than I have before. I think I was only appealing to like the real hip-hop, boom-bap heads and the older heads that really like that style and the aggressive hood niggas. Like, I think this one is way more broad. It still has music for them. It still has bars for the bar heads, but it has the bounce for the people that like the bounce. It has the vibes and the feels, introspective stuff, trippy stuff. It has everything in it. Storyteller, like old thing back, like stuff like that. So it accesses a demographic that's way wider, and I think it's going to really expand my audience 1,000%.
Right.
But it's just a matter of we got to put it to the right places, which is what we're doing.
I have two questions for you. I'm cutting everybody off. One, who have you?
Cripple like damn.
Yes, you got your spot. Even though it's your show, baby. Who have you collaborated with? Who do you think is the best that you ever collaborated with, and would you like to work with in the future?
Like the best as far as
the best that you ever worked with.
You got along with the best.
Like got along with? Oh, like friendship
music-wise.
Oh,
Music-wise.
vibe. I would say yeah. Like the people, like do you hear the people on this project? Like all the collabs here are the people that I could call up. Like it wasn't no politics or nothing. Like I just called them on the phone. Like hey, do this because I have relations like between Styles P, Lil Fame was hilarious. Like for the Fair One joint that he came in on and
I meant to ask you about that. When the record started,
yeah,
it automatically sounded like an MOP record.
Yeah. That off the rip.
It was like, oh shit.
Yeah, and
then you went off.
Yeah,
and then you sounded like you were part of MOP.
But that's what it was, and we like to fit into those worlds. And this one was like when he came in, like we had the hook was originally the hook right now is I put the smack down, knuckles up. The hook was originally guns down, knuckles up. And the first thing he said was like, yo, I messed with the hook, but can I not say that because I use guns? And I was like, yo, Fame, you can do whatever you want. I thought that was hilarious. So that happened, and then you know, Sheik Luch and Styles P, those are the big bros. Like I love them to death. Like they're a vat of just knowledge for me to like feed off of, and you know, you hear Whispers is like they, you know what I'm saying? Like yeah, that's my literal blood cousin. Like that's my cousin. Like and then Oswin Benjamin, that's one of my close friends that I met off of this. You know what I'm saying? Like
he's on like 2 tracks on here.
Yeah, Jaron Benton, he's amazing. So like, I would say like everyone here, like I can't pick favorites. Like it's hard, but these people on this project and a few others that you haven't heard, but I made some pretty dope relationships in this game.
And who would you like to work with in the future?
Oh, a bunch of people, all the pro era. You know, definitely like all them cats. Like people in my demographic as well. Chance the Rapper, Kendrick, Cole, like anyone that's gonna challenge me and really like in that world that I'm trying to access, like I definitely want to work with those people and everyone else. Like why not? Like I don't care, even if it's someone that y'all don't know, even if I get on a Young Thugger record or Lil Uzi, like I'm gonna still kill it. And I want to take everyone's
Young
fans.
Thugger's actually alright though.
He's nice. No, I'm not saying that bad, but I'm saying like I'm just saying people that people wouldn't normally associate me with. You know what I'm saying? I want to because like I want everyone's fans. I don't care who you are. I want all of your fans. Like you know what I'm saying?
We.
So that's it. Exclusive. Beware. He wants all of your fans.
I want all of y'all.
All
fans.
of them.
But
wait, was that a Big Pun reference?
Oh shit.
Beware.
Beware.
But I have a question, and I don't know if anybody's ever asked you. If your father was alive, would you have done a collaboration with him?
I'm honestly like in the context of like it's easier to answer like if he came back to life, would I do collab with him? Yeah, because I don't know how my life would be in any shape or form if he was alive. That changes every dynamic of my entire
you're
life.
right about that.
So I don't know what I would be doing right now. Right. But under the context that like say he came back right now, I would love to do a.
All right, so 2 questions. Number one, why can't you have a collab?
Huh?
Why can't y'all have a collab? I'm pretty sure he has some Lost verses out there.
Huh?
That's number one.
It's rare, but I think it would have been doper to make it from scratch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That because that under that context, like father, like me and him going like and us sitting down and making it and competing with one another, like that's more organic. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But family wise, I know at the release party, you performed with Star. Your sister.
I wasn't trying to go there, but I wanted
shout out to Star. She
is those her glasses?
Yeah, these are her glasses. Shout out to Star. She got Real Star View. You can follow her on Instagram. She got an EP coming out. It's already done recorded. It's called I Heard Myself.
Word?
That was
done?
It's done. Ooh. She's got to lay some skits, shoot a couple videos, and then she put it out. But it's done. It's definitely super dope. That was her first performance ever. I was having my release. I was having my release concert. I was like, yo, your first performance got to be doing like I'm so happy about this. This is my first album. Your first performance got to be on my first album release. Like ever, so she was shitting bricks, but like I coached her through it, and like she really did her thing, and we made sure the crowd I wanted her first performance to be so amazing that she felt the energy and it catapulted her confidence into a place where she could continually do it, and that's exactly what happened. So it was definitely
when she dropped.
Can we get her up here?
Well,
I was getting to it.
I actually reached out to both of you, not to sound like a groupie, months ago. Okay. You and your sister, but you you guys were doing your own projects and everything. But I never got a response from you two specifically.
Right. We suck with answering back. Yeah. Facts.
Well, the thing was, DeLorean didn't drop yet.
He was doing
So it's
something
like-
different. He was working on his music.
Right. So
I
now that
didn't act
DeLorean
like a
got now he
groupie.
here.
Yeah, no.
But you still ended up here.
Yeah. Facts. And we just suck with answering stuff. That's why I got a manager. He's better with answering things. Cause I like if I don't need to answer this thing, I'll be like, yeah, like I don't. Yeah, but like it's one of those things. But yeah, definitely. I only like coming to places when I got something to promote. Like if I don't have something to promote and I come to an interview, it's like. So I clip my toenails, like there's no really like. It's like
well, you're both more than welcome. You're welcome to come back, and I
Oh,
would
yeah,
love to
that's
have
love.
you.
I just call Cardi.
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah. So can you tell Chris X, Y, and Z? Like, yeah, thanks.
Yeah, when she does her promo run, I'll
So in other words, throw the plug in over there.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah,
And if she checks her thing from like months ago, I'm in there somewhere.
when her joint drop and she doing her promo,
I know it's 450 and I want some damn bars. I know that.
You know what I'm saying? Okay,
Yeah.
Hold up.
See, we read each other's mind. Yo.
Oh, Rashad over here.
Yes. But I that was something that I actually was gonna throw out there, but because we were here talking about you, I didn't want to mention the assistant to the very
All
end.
about the DeLorean, damn it.
Yeah, facts.
That's all it's
Nah,
about
that's
right
love
here.
though. That's family.
But hold
all
on,
the time.
before we go into the bars, where can they find the DeLorean?
Yeah, definitely. Well, first off, definitely my Instagram is Dragons and Rivers. Follow me there. Twitter is @only Chris Rivers, and the YouTube is Chris Rivers Music. Look that up because we're releasing videos. But the DeLorean, you could go get that it's on iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon. It's on thatshiphopmusic.com where you can get hard copies as well. Definitely go get that. Like I said, type in Chris Rivers, type in DeLorean, it's gonna pop up all over the place. So go get that. It's fire. I love it.
Fire.
And which one are you gonna perform, or are you just gonna throw some?
No, I want freestyle. No,
yeah.
ain't no
Okay.
performing nothing.
Oh.
We're gonna leave the
Freestyle.
album for them to buy, and then they can hear it.
Facts. And y'all can I'll rap for a bit, then y'all can even like throw words and stuff. Yeah, just have fun with it. Yeah, let's go.
I'm gonna throw words over your shirt.
Yeah, not yet though.
I was actually looking at that too. So he's doing back.
Let me get into a zone. You know I got the hands like Iron Man, hitting everybody with sonic waves. That's sonic boom. What's that nigga from Street Fighter? Guile, that's his name. You know I'm wild. Everything I do off the brain, I'm never a child. I'm mature, like the opposite of the first word, which was immature. How I do it, flip it, fluid. All the fluids in my veins contain the chemicals inside of my brain. Now I'm offbeat. Get back on it. I'm like Sonic, how I'm rapping and it's fast. And I'm like Ebonics when I flip it in the pad. And I'm like Super Comics when I'm hitting earths and then I crash. And that's multi-syllable rap, all intertwined. In my mind, you could throw more words so we could do it. Switch the beat up. intertwined. I already said that. Don't throw words that rhyme with previous words that I rhymed it. Makes it more complicated to rhyme it because I already use all the words and timing. What'd you say?
Back talk.
Back talk. That's how I do it. And niggas who's talking back get back slapped, and that's talking, that's walking. I'm not just talking, I'm also walking. That's how I do it. I'm not just outlining, I'm chalking. That's niggas' dead bodies, how I do it. That's how I do it. I say how I do it a lot, but what'd you say? Straight from the gutter. I came straight from my mother and then was raised in the gutter. That's how I do it, and I'm raising the gutter like those leaves that you get on fall, spring, and winter, fall. And I said fall twice, but summer's coming and I'm heating up and I'm beating up any competition that's come. And then we re-upping, and that's how I do when we dunking on the competition. My composition's got no opposition. I'm constantly ripping everything that I do, everything that I say, everything that I spray is fully automatic. Got the tactics like that magic is Houdini. Yeah, okay, cool. I just wanted to rap until y'all said stop. Okay, cool.
Nah, we want you to.
That shit was definitely hot.
I want to make sure that everybody goes and checks out the summer stage. I ain't gonna front. Last night I went and I seen Stevie B and Ted Smooth. Ted Smooth gave a big shout out to Fam Life. That's
Nice.
my husband's clothing line. And Stevie B, he was very, very memorable. I just wanted to make that note.
Shouts to him.
Yes.
Word.
So,
Now go ahead.
with that being said, we're gonna sign off like I always sign off. Never ever ever be silent. Talk back right here on Back Talk.
Facts.
Yes.
Throw on that video to catch that conqueror.
Chris, where can they find you at, and where can they find the album, and then we're gonna sign
Yeah,
off.
one more again. Yeah, like I said, Dragons and Rivers is the Instagram. I post everything there. Definitely keep updated. The Twitter is at only Chris Rivers. And like I said, the music, and you want to see the videos, go on YouTube. It's Chris Rivers Music. And DeLorean, type in Chris Rivers and DeLorean. It's available on Amazon, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, all over the place, really. So
Nice.
definitely go get that. Love y'all. Thank y'all for having me, y'all.
No, we appreciate you coming, man.
You can't conquer the conqueror.
Go to work.
Chris Rivers, E-Rex.
Hardcore.
Yeah.
You can't conquer the conqueror.
Go to work.
Higher than cannabis rips. Ambulance split where amateurs be battling Chris. Lazarus gift, back to life the catalyst shift. Cataracts like crack your back, you try to handle this dick. I'll be the conqueror, harborer darker than horror genres. Larger than monster corridors, harder than Spartan armor was. Factual, actual, tactical, bronze admiral. Known to crack your roots and shatter tools when I be slapping dudes. Master boost, Mike Pages, slice faces with mind raised. Big older than ice ages, my ranges. Similar to Bruce, that's bad and I Wayne. But I'm known to take the joke, I put it back to his brain. Hand him a cane, ask him if he's able. Niggas focus on food, I brought the legs and platform to the table. That's my thoughts, bars, and righteousness. Strike your swift with the viper spit. What the spell like that, I'll be the motherfucker tight kid. Bronx Titan, overlord of rhyme writing in his prime Tyson fighting who rag you like 5 bisons. Precise writing, heighten the highest enlightened with a dangerous might and a venom that strike him like lightning. Musical maestro, married to lyricism and tight flow. Motivated by music, I've been to places they might go. Y'all micro, I'm hypo, toy with y'all like Tycho. Ensure the hit, Geico, take your weight, lipo. Alright, yo, y'all niggas trash that we can't recycle. While me and Rivers deliver shivers, this shit is like, bro. Mikey D like a hype and C, ain't no typo. CE Rex figured we beast, and he figured right, yo. The conquistador, grab beats in the figure 4. The spick, Spanish Persian in charge, and we speaking that raw. With a gift, swift, slick, sick, and which you never saw. Magnificent MC, yours truly, the conqueror.
Rapper with ease. 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 You can't conquer.
The panic button, rappers in trouble. The man is planning something. Fans is running. Don't sweat them gunners. I got the cannons coming. And I'm sunning any man's plans. Who stand in front of me? You wanna be your army, can't bar hang with one of me. Official ain't the issue, I'm royal, loyal, and worthy. Versatility, swervy, ask anybody that heard me. King of everything I do, so bring it if you swing it through. I set this mic on fire and that choir that you singing to. Woo, love it or hate it, I'm still the greatest, still underrated. And saying, hey, look, ma, I made it. Put your money on the vet. Got your honey getting wet. This is light work. You ain't really heard nothing from me yet. It's pitiful. I'm sitting here listening to what niggas do. It's critical. My mission this year is to get rid of you. Joe Black and E-Rex. Chris Rivers is a T-Rex. Beat legacy conquerors. We next.